So here we are back in the next part. I'll go ahead and input this password. Now, we still have the Mega Buster, and now we're going to fight Tennyson. Now, there are two ways to enter the bottom part of this screen. You can either approach from the right or the left. If you approach from the right, you might get killed. If you approach from the left, you never get killed. So, obviously, gotta try for the left this time. So, load the spray, get under it while it's still up in the air. Avoid Guile. Land quickly and avoid Zangief. Now, saved. Now, here's a spot where the holding jump thing I said earlier comes in handy. Now, if you do this quickly, those platforms don't have any time to react, neither do these guys. If you're just holding the button, you jump as soon as you land, and then you're in no danger of them throwing you up into the air. Now, a lot of people think you're supposed to go right by landing on this guy here, but instead you're supposed to fall past him. And if you're actually gullible enough to click that, I feel sorry for you. Okay. In this spot here, don't try to jump onto the ladder from this platform. Always do it from here, because if you miss, when that ladder drops down, you're a goner. Okay, go save. And now we are at Tennyson. Now, if you know any classic Mega Man games, a lot of people like to jump when they enter the room because it looks cool, but you don't want to try that here because spikes. Now, if you're not careful, those little dots that he fires after he dies can still kill you. So just be careful. Actually, the charge shot can destroy the shots he shoots back, but if you're quick enough, you shouldn't have to worry. Now, this is one of the rare instances of the game where you can actually touch something and it's not going to kill you. Now, anybody who's played Mega Man 3 should be familiar with this. It's practically the rush jet. And you can move in all directions, no downside. And now we can go fight Airman, so just going to save. To those that are wondering, you don't need the Mega Buster to complete this game, but it makes it a lot more manageable. And to those that are wondering, you can't kill Guile. I've sat here and shot him for about 2 minutes straight and nothing happened. Now we're going to head right from here. Now, it can be a little tricky trying to fight him when using the rush jet, but just don't be greedy. Take a shot when you can, move out of the way when he's coming, and you should do fine. Okay, we've dispatched him, and now we can go to the right, which we previously couldn't because of this little obstacle here. If you want, you can shoot this guy and he'll keep changing facial expressions, but there's no real point in doing it. Now, if you notice the sign, you can't take Rush past this point, so you have to leave him behind, unfortunately. Now, this might start to look familiar to anybody who's played Mega Man 2. This is actually, I'll say, a parody of Airman's level. Now, there's a little glitch in this game. If you stay on the clouds too long, you might actually fall through, so just keep that in mind. Do the hold down jump trick on that cloud, because if you stay on it too long, it'll actually whip you around and kill you. Destroy that egg, because it'll unleash a whole bunch of little guys that'll try to kill you dead. And save. Now this part would be hard without the Mega Buster, but since we have it, it's going to be really easy. Just enter with a charge shot to make things easier. And Airman's taken down. Moving on. Not sure if anybody recognizes it yet, but this is actually a recreation of Dr. Wily's level from Mega Man 2, the first Dr. Wily's level, complete with those little noodle guys I really hate. Duck down here, otherwise that thing's gonna crush you. Now, you can choose to kill this Sniper Joe lookalike, but there's really no point in doing it. You can actually go past him to the room to the left, but there's nothing in there. Now, you can't actually kill this guy if you try to open fire. He's just gonna let loose a barrage, so you just have to sneak past him. Now, these guys can be tricky. I find it's easiest to try to move when they're both on the left side of the ladder. Okay, and from here, all you have to keep in mind is that there are spikes that appear above that third platform, so just don't overshoot your jump and you should be fine. Now, instead of climbing the ladder, we actually are going to ride this guy as high as we can and take us into the next screen. That boss room's actually a decoy. It's actually a room just lined with spikes. So just ride this as high as you can go. Climb up here. And save. And we've beaten him. And now we're treated to somewhat of an ending. And now we're actually treated to a bonus password. Now, the way this works is if you enter A2 and B1 to any other password, you're given an infinite Mega Buster. In layman's terms, every single shot you shoot will be a charge shot.